welcome to our weekly VODCAST. I hope that you guys are having an absolutely extraordinary weekend, even though it's a little rainy on this Sunday morning. So, hey guys, I have a ton of announcements to get to, and then I'll get you off to the weekly strategy session for the week. So, this past week, Mrs. Austin sent home this SOL review schedule telling you all about our assessments and then also all of the dates of everyone's test, and then on the back is the Stafford County retake form. I would like to get one of these forms back from every single scholar, and all you have to do, guys, down here is as a parent, and this is your decision totally, do you consent or do you not consent for your scholar to retake their SOL if they fall within this criteria, if they do not pass it on the first time around? I would really just like this form back from everybody as soon as possible, just so that we have that on file and that we're ready to go, guys. So just keep an eye on that. Also, on this week's newsletter, I also put our SOL testing dates one final time here. Reading will be coming up next Wednesday, May 15th. And then science is a week after that on May 22nd. And then math is 1 week after that on May 29th. So every single Wednesday, starting next week, remaining in the month of May, is incredibly important, guys. And also, attendance is incredibly critical over the next month of school, Rockstar families. You know, I totally understand if different things come up, but attendance is very key because we will be going through a very, very structured review, and missing any time is going to miss one of those concepts that we happen to be reviewing for our SOLs coming up down the road. So just keep that in mind. Also, if you guys are willing to send in any type of snacks, we have a break in each SOL. Scholars can go take a break, and then we typically leave the snacks out in the hall with the paraprofessionals who are monitoring the hallway. Scholars can take a quick break. If you could send in chip bags or small crackers or small packs of cookies and juice boxes, that would be magnificent. That will give some brain power, guys, to the rock stars as they go through their SOLs. I'm so incredibly proud of them. They're going to be absolutely extraordinary. So if you can send those in, greatly appreciate it. You can send those in starting tomorrow, and I'll put them in the back of our classroom to be ready for SOL testing time. Now, also coming up this week, guys, incredibly exciting, is the school play coming up on Thursday night at 7 p.m., Shrek Jr. The scholars, you guys have been working so incredibly hard on this play. So much effective effort, so much time, so much practice. I cannot wait to see it. I hope to see you guys there as well. And then also coming home at the end of this week, guys, would be our fourth quarter interims, if you can believe it. We are about halfway through the fourth quarter already. Those will be coming home at the end of the week. Now, coming up this coming weekend, next Saturday, May 11th, is our class field trip. It's going to be amazing. It's up to Washington, D.C. If your scholar has not yet signed up for the trip, that's totally fine. They can still sign up for it. They can still go. We're totally solid. So a couple of things. I'm going to be sending home a form in a couple of days, kind of detailing our final itinerary and where we stand with everything. If you are chaperoning, guys, if you're coming along on the trip, there is no need to send in any money whatsoever. You can just pay for yourself and your scholar as you go. If you are not, if you're dropping your scholar off at 10 a.m. here on Saturday, please make sure you send in $14 for that all-day Metro Pass, and then send your scholar with the money for their lunch that we'll get at the Pentagon City Food Court on our way up. We'll take a quick trip, a quick stop off of the Metro there. So those are the two vital things that you really need to keep in mind, guys, for our trip coming up. It's absolutely going to be epic. I believe that this is year 6 that we have now taken this trip. Typically in the months of April or May, and it's been a success every single year. I'm so excited to make it happen with this group of scholars because they're just so incredibly special, and it's going to be so absolutely extraordinary. So that's coming up on Saturday. Right now, the weather's kind of going back and forth. Yesterday, it looked like there was a chance for rain. This morning, I just checked, and it says mostly cloudy and 71. So that would be a beautiful day to make it up to D.C. Just make sure that you wear comfortable walking shoes, because we will be walking quite a bit coming up, guys, next Saturday if you're coming along with us. And then finally, don't forget, Barrett Academy graduation for our Academy team is coming up on Saturday, June 8th, 6:30 p.m., North Stafford High School. Guys, you don't want to miss it. It's going to be magical. It's going to be spectacular. You want to bring your entire neighborhood because that is how incredible it is. It's just such an amazing Academy tradition, and we cannot wait to celebrate this group of scholars this year on Saturday, June 8th. So, without further ado, I'm going to send you off to the strategy session, and I'll see you on the other end. 21 Rockstars, welcome to our weekly strategy session. We're at the home of Room 21, sites.google.com/staffordschools.net/Room 21 Rockstars. You'll see that right up here if you need to plug into that, hanging out right there. So, there are so many ways, guys, this week for you to earn a ton of house points in class because, as always, the house point race is very tumultuous and it seems to go back and forth and back and forth. But if you think about it, seeing his interims are coming home at the end of this week, we are running out of time in terms of house point earnings, okay? Because the house point champion will be crowned at the end of the school year. So let me take you right there because I know you are chomping at the bit to get there. Let's go over to the weekly strategy session. Our weekly reviews, guys, now in math are really going to start looking mainly at our SOL review because tomorrow is our last day of, remember I said kind of our last lesson with our 5th grade curriculum looking at tree diagrams. So other than that, we have gone through the entire 5th grade curriculum at the end of class tomorrow, I guess I should say. So here is our VODCAST review, week of May 6th. You will see I am putting on the front page, you'll see the no calculator symbol, and then on the back page, you'll see the calculator symbol. So I'm kind of going through a systematic review the next couple of weeks. I am going to make our weekly house point review worth 100 house points. It is not a double house point week, but our weekly VODCAST math review is going to be worth 100 house points this week, as long as always, you show your work. You take your time, you use the strategies we learned in class, guys, and you bring it to class. And last but not least, if there's something you're kind of stuck on, you come see me and you say, hey, Mr. Reichard, I'm kind of confused about this topic. Can you help me out with it? So that's hanging out there, 100 house points, ready to rock and roll, guys. A couple of other things that I have going on down here. You can always go back to the mean, median, mode, range practice that we have hanging out here, or making the stem and leaf plots, etc. But the newest site, the newest edition, would be this SOL practice page. And it's actually going to take you somewhere called Jefferson Labs. And guys, to be quite honest, this actually takes you further than simply math. As you can see here, you would want to choose what you would like to practice. So in this case, I would want to choose Math 5, and then you get to choose a number of questions. Maybe I just want a 5 pointer. Then I'm going to put in my name, and then you're going to say, I'm ready, let's start. And it's going to take you through a bunch of different questions, guys. The thing that I love about this, I'm just going to choose an answer. I'm going to say that's my final answer, and they're going to say, sorry, that's not right. But there is typically, and in this case, it doesn't look like it, typically you can actually come up here and choose this read explanation. And I really love that, guys, because it's like there's a teacher sitting there beside you, helping you, saying, hey, check this out. It's really great practice. So you get to choose however you want to go. You get to also view your results as you go and look at your total score. So here's what I do each year for SOL review when it comes to Jefferson Labs. Remember, that's right on that math section. You can choose how many questions. For each question that you complete, I will give you 5 house points as long as you show your work. And then when you bring in your paper, say that you did a 20-question review here, you need to tell me what your score was at the end, okay? And remember, our goal is kind of 70%, but here's the deal with this, guys. This is a great way to go through all of our content, all of our curriculum, and say to yourself, wow, I'd really like a little bit more practice with this concept, or I'd like a little more practice with this concept. So, guys, this is an amazing way to make that happen as you go. So go to Math 5 or go to Science 5 for that matter. Choose your number of questions. You don't even have to put in your full name and say, let's go. And there's one other cool feature here that I really love. Let me take you back. You can actually go back if you go in and find your previous results. So it kind of saves all of your stuff as long as you're putting in the same name each time. So again, 5 house points for each question that you complete, and then please bring in your end score as well. There's not a limit for the number that you can do, but you should not be redoing questions for duplicate house points, if you guys know what I mean there. That'll be up the next couple of weeks, guys. And guys, that's an amazing review if you want to practice for your SOLs a little bit at home as well. The other thing that I would point you to would be this math study guide hanging out right here. This includes all of our concepts broken down by standard, guys. It's an amazing way to practice and prep for our upcoming math SOL. An amazing way. So check that out as well. I got cut off on that last video, but I do want to go ahead and finish up our review for the week. Our secret hashtag of the week is going to be hashtag onion. Hashtag onion. That will make sense if you are in the play Shrek, or if you've simply ever watched Shrek in your younger years, I guess I could say, in both regards. Now, the last thing that I'm taking you over to would actually be our classroom page, guys. And what I'm taking you to specifically would be our science SOL review. You know, we're still going strong with that. We're right on pace. So you can go to either the SOL Science Review Card Quizlet, go to the study guides, and access your schedule all on Classroom. In case you would forget your booklet at home one night or something along those lines, it's always available there for you guys as well. So that's available there. Don't forget, secret hashtag of the week is hashtag onions for 10 house points. And what I would like you to do is actually to make the reaction that you personally have to onions as you say that secret hashtag. So, you know, some people cry. Maybe some people are really excited. Whatever an onion does for you, go ahead and do that for the secret hashtag this week, guys. Add a little bit of passion to it. Step out of your comfort zone, and let's see what we got there. And you'll get yourself 10 house points. At this time, I'm going to send you guys back over to Mr. Reichard. You and Rockstar families, I hope those strategies were effective. I hope those tasks were effective. As always, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please do not hesitate to contact me. Don't forget, Shrek Jr. is coming up on Thursday night at 7 p.m. In addition, our class trip is coming up next Saturday, May 11th. It's going to be epic. I hope to see you guys there. So, without any further ado, you guys are the very best families in Stafford County, Virginia, and I will see you next week.